Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithmelly.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. This is one of the projects we made in our face-to-face classes this month, and I had a few packs left over, so I thought I would just make another one. It is a fancy fold card, but it's a really cheap, easy one to make, and I will show you how to do it. So in our pack we always give instructions and all the bits and pieces that you need to build your card. So this is a piece of thick whisper white, no, basic white, and measures 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. So that's half an A4 sheet, and I've scored that along the long side at 3 1/8, 6 1/4 and 7 1/4. So we do that for our ladies in the class just because we make a couple of projects and there's lots of chat, and if we didn't do that it probably would take about 2 hours longer. So we do as much as we can for them, and then let them be as creative as they like with what we've given them. And it's amazing that you give a group of 10 ladies all the same pack and you get 10 completely different cards at the end of it. So using the Irresistible Blooms suite, stamp set and dies, and also this gorgeous Hello Irresistible Designer Series paper. So this is an online exclusive set, and I think I'm going to go with it that way. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. And that's always part of the problem, is that there's two sides to all of these gorgeous papers and it takes us ages to decide which one we want to use. Let's just hope this works. Yep, it does. So this piece of Designer Series paper is 5 3/4 inches by 3 inches. So it's just giving you a tiny little margin around there. Okay, happy with that. And then I've got another little piece which is 5 3/4 by 7/8. And that just fits in there like that. So you've got the makings of your stepper card. Okay, and in the pack we gave them a piece that was already die cut with die from Irresistible Blooms and a little die cut flower. So I'm going to take it a step back for you guys, and I have already got that piece. I'm switching it up to Flirty Flamingo. This piece of card measures, where is it? 3 1/2 by 4 inches. So it very neatly fits into the mini cut and emboss. So I've got that round one there, kind of central, and I've just put that flower one in there in the middle. Got my plates slightly stepped so they are, I don't know if you can see that. I've got the middle one pushed back just a little bit, and then just run that through. There we go. I actually did all the class prep on my bigger machine so that I didn't have to worry about crushing the edges if I didn't have it all nice and straight. And when you're doing lots, you don't want to have to get things perfectly aligned. It's just so much quicker and easier if you just use the bigger one and bash it through. But the smaller one is so handy dandy for just doing one and it's just right at the side of my desk. So taking out all of these bits, again, I did that all for the class. I'm good to them, I really am. It does take quite a bit of time to prep for classes, especially if you've got 10 people coming along, but it pays off in spades because we have such a good time. Right, don't want to damage that because I need that bit. Okay, so the rest is scrap, but I want to keep that bit. We did get the ladies to do their own stamping on this piece here, and to make it easy for them, I took along my Stamparatus. So this is the stamp that we want to put on here, but if I was getting them to do that just on a block, yeah, it's kind of difficult. So to make it easy for them, I've got, let's move that up a bit. I have just simply die cut this from a scrap of Very Vanilla, and just going to check it's the right way round. It might have come out. Yeah, there. No, I think it was fine. I think it was fine. It's been well used. So that will go in there, but I need to line up my stamp first. Okay, so to do that, just going to try and keep that in place. I'm simply going to pop my stamp in there and move it around until it pretty much fits where it should be. Now, there's a bit of a clue on this, but I've forgotten what it was. Honestly, I've done it at classes every time. There we go. Is that it? Okay, so I think that is where it needs to be. Just to double check, I'm going to add some ink to it. A few taps and pop that down there and just check that I've got that in the right place. No, I've not got it in the right place. I didn't think I had. If I do it like that, no, let's do that. I think it's that way. Two ways to do it. Just going to put thought I might have a bit of scrap there, but I don't have anything. I think that's right. Let's just go for it, hey? What's the worst that can happen? I start this video again. That's in there. Add some ink. Pop that down. And there you go. It is pretty well stamped. If I wanted to add some more ink, just pop it back in. Add that on. That bit didn't seem to stamp terribly well. That's better. It really does pop when you've got a couple of layers of ink on it as well. Got there in the end. Now what it is, I can do things in class all day long. Works every time. Want to do it on camera? Nah. Right, so we added a bit of decoration to this piece of basic white, and this piece measures All these will be in my blog post. I might even just copy that straight in. So this piece measures 3 5/8 by 5 7/8 and is scored along the long side at 4 1/8. Okay, so that's my score line there. I want to add a little bit of detail in behind that flower die cut piece, so I've just used the splatter stamp, and I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo again, but I'll do it full strength and not that. Now some of the ladies actually added extra colour, a different colour, so maybe adding in some Petal Pink or Daffodil Delight on that piece as well. And we gave them one of these little bottles. Here's one here actually. And they had to just add little bits on those bits here. And then add around the rest of this piece just as you would normally. Okay, a little bit there. Okay, and then this bit goes on there. And again, it's a neat little margin around it about. And then just press those bits down that you put your little bits of glue on. We gave them dimensionals to add this piece on. Okay, and put that wherever they wanted it. Gave them some die cut leaves. This is soft sea foam, and these dies are all from the same Irresistible Blooms set. So again, they all arrange these things rather differently. That's where their creativity comes in, and it's great to see, it really is. I'll put that one on there. I'm purposefully leaving that bit clear. We also give them the option of adding some Wink of Stella, which everybody loves to use in class. It's just a lovely little detail. Just a nice little shimmer on that flower. You probably cannot see, but maybe. Right, so get rid of that bit. I don't want that bit. We've got the elements. I need a sentiment as well. So back with my Flirty Flamingo ink. Ink that up. Hello. Pop that on a scrap of basic white. Double oval punch. And that fits nicely into that there. Don't need that bit. Keep it for something else, and use some Flirty Flamingo card for a larger piece. And I just glued those together. Again, some ladies decided to do something different. Some of them actually did a little bit of stamping on there too, because about 4th generation ink on there now. And then the fun bit, putting these bits together. So in my original sample, I've gone over to the side, so I've called it a faux side stepper card. And this was where they got to decide whether they wanted it to be at a side, either side, or in the middle. So I'm going to go in the middle this time. So I'm deciding where I want that to be. I am then just adding some glue to the bottom of that, not too far up, and then I can simply glue that in line with the bottom of my card. Try and get it roughly in the middle. That'll do. Okay, so that's the bottom part of it attached. To attach the top piece, you need to have this piece folded, okay, and again just some glue along that edge there. If you wanted, you could add a bit of glue on that edge just to make sure you've got belt and braces, and then fold that over. Okay, and there you have your stepper card without all of the having to cut bits and pop bits out and partially cut and all of that kind of malarkey. So I left that bit there because I want to have my hello on there, and I will pop that up with dimensionals. I've only got little ones at the side of me here just now, but that's all right. So because I'm going to pop it part on there, I'm going to pop one there, and then that means I don't need to worry about having a bit overhanging with a dimensional on it and sticking it in the wrong place. Okay, so those two dimensionals are definitely over there, and that is there too. So we've got that there. We gave them choice of gems, etc. to use, and these are the ones that go with the suite, but they are called loose frosted dots. They are not self-adhesive, so you need to put a little bit of glue where you want it, and you take your pick tool with the little putty bit and put that in place where you want it, like so. Got another largest one, put that on there. Come on, stay. It will stay. And a little one. So there are 3 sizes. There's tiny, tiny ones, or there's that medium size, or the larger one that I have already used. I'm gonna go on here with a larger one. Well, medium one, not the larger one. Need to get it the right way round first. That's it. And pop that on there. Slide that off. So there we go. I can tell you that some of the ladies had way more bling on it, which I love. Absolutely love that everybody interprets the cards their own way, We just give them the basics and they get on and be creative. Hopefully you'll be inspired to get creative with this card design as well. As I said earlier, all of the measurements will be in my blog, and there's a link to that blog post in the description bar for this video. There will also be links to the products that I have used. But bear in mind, these are online exclusive products only and will only be available while stocks last. So get them while you can. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, please do click on that subscribe button and click on the bell to get notifications the next time I upload a video. Until then, please do take care. Bye bye.